I also I could have done this together actually, but I thought I'd do it separate because it's a separate website. Okay, so we're on the California Department of Financial Protection and Innovation, or the CDFPI. Now, this one is specifically about Jan Gregory Serato regarding CloudFi. So, if you're in CloudFi, you're not going to be very impressed, and you're probably aware of some of the situations that have been going on already. Because just like Vortic United, you probably aren't being paid, and the same with Coin Market Bull CMB. Okay, so California having a real go at Jan Gregory Serato. So this is a desist and refrain order, or a cease and desist order, as people call them. So the Department of California, basically, they're going to set out what CloudFi does. I have mentioned CloudFi in the past and said that it's a Ponzi, but I didn't do a full review on it like I did with Vortic United. But here we go. At all relevant times, CloudFi is and was a business entity of unknown type with an unknown principal place of business. CloudFi's website falsely claimed that it was registered as a corporation in Hong Kong and provided an incomplete business address, i.e., Queens Road Central. Okay. Um, Beginning at least as early as May 2023, Jan Gregory held himself out as the CEO of CloudFi. Jan Gregory controlled and induced or provided substantial assistance to CloudFi. Blah, blah, blah. And he basically sold these packages. CloudFi held itself out as a cryptocurrency trading platform. The purported purpose of the securities offering was for CloudFi to use investor funds to engage in cryptocurrency trading, which in turn would generate returns for investors who purchase packages. CloudFi claimed cryptocurrency trading would be conducted by an experienced team of crypto professionals. So he lied, okay, which we'll get to in a bit, using AI software. CloudFi heavily promoted the benefits of its purported AI software and suggested that investors could expect high returns and sustainable passive income due to this technology advantage. CloudFi acknowledged that the cryptocurrency market is high volatile, but claimed that its trading activity produced a low risk income stream. And that's important that they put it in speech marks. So CloudFi represented that its packages produced daily returns of 1.25%, which would be available for investors to withdraw at any time. Okay, after investors created their accounts, okay, so they could log in and blah, 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 withdraw. CloudFi facilitated investor deposits and withdrawals using crypto assets, basically saying very low risk and very sustainable. As part of its solicitation efforts, CloudFi used MLM marketing scheme, Jan's favorite thing in the whole wide world, that would reward investors for inducing others to send money to CloudFi. According to this program, investors would be paid a referral bonus based on the amount of funds deposited by the investors that they're recruited. Okay, so yeah. And then they talk about it being a CloudFi is known as being a high yield investment program, HYIP, high YIP, HYIP. The hallmark of any HYIP scam is a promise of high returns, okay, with little risk. Okay, so packages. Okay, so this is the important bit here, point 16. In connection with the offer or sale of these securities, CloudFi and Serato made or caused to be made untrue statements. Okay, so what they said was not what they are doing. And that's why the whole point of these companies need to be registered so that people know that what they say they're doing is actually what they are doing. Okay, so untrue statements of material fact and material omissions to investors and potential investors. So they're lying. including but not limited to the following: failing to disclose that it used investor funds to pay purported profits to other investors in the manner of a Ponzi scheme. So that's the thing. So lots of people who get into these things think that there's someone behind the scenes, someone behind the curtain who's doing the trading, and it's all legit, all right? And it isn't. So misrepresenting the expected profits and risk of loss. Okay, so saying that it's low risk when actually it isn't. Failing to disclose that the offer or sale of Cloudfire securities was not qualified in California. Okay, so, and then the usual stuff. Breaking various laws in California. Okay, so, but that's the main thing here, all right? So they basically lied to the customers. They haven't told it's a Ponzi scheme. And they basically misrepresented the whole business. Now, obviously, some people get into this might know that it's a Ponzi scheme and just taking the risk, but that's irrelevant, okay? Because they've marketed this. Sorry, Jan Gregory has marketed the Cloudfire as some sort of magical trading platform that uses AI software, when in reality it's just a run-of-the-mill Ponzi scheme. All right, so that is Cloudfire for you. Nobody can get the money out, just like CoinMarket Bull, just like Vortic United. The whole thing's coming down all at the same time. And hopefully you didn't get into this. So that is Cloudfire for you. It's just another Ponzi scheme, and California is shutting them down. Hopefully, Jan Gregory, Jan Serrato will end up inside one of these days, because he continues to pull off these schemes. I did a video in it a while ago where he's actually mentioned in the Calgary Herald, where he's doing the same thing again. And this is Alberta, the state of Alberta, that's doing a cease and desist order and stuff like that. I was asking the question: is Jan Gregory a superstar, or is he a turd floating in the sea? The decision is all yours. Okay, so it seems like he's a turd floating in the sea. He's something that we really don't need in society. Okay, and hopefully we can see the back of him after this. That's what we need to do. We need to put these guys in prison alongside Sam Bankman-Fried. All right, that's where they belong, these guys. Scammers who just keep on scamming. We don't want them back out in society being able to do this again. It's just ridiculous. Okay, but like I said again, it's I did this a couple of months ago, talking about Jan Gregory, and he was setting up these. I'm saying that he's a scammer and he's out and about doing his thing. He just takes his departments, government departments, a long time to pull the fingers out. I would say that California seems to be a bit quicker than most of these other states. Some states are just absolutely hopeless, but California does seem to be a bit quicker to these things than other states. So well done, California, for that, I guess. Anyway, Cloudfire was a Ponzi scheme. Hopefully you will get your money out eventually. But the whole thing looks to be frozen, maybe, or maybe they've just run off with the money. Okay, who knows? Only time will tell.